Hey guys, so I want to talk about energy exchange, the matrix, triggers, shadow, through my own personal experience. I've experienced a soul connection where confirmation. Some of you might be going through doubts of whether or not this is a soul connection, a twin flame, or whatever this is going on, right? Um, it is. Pay attention to how this connection has helped you to transform, to go through your spiritual awakenings and things like that, and to trigger your shadow parts of yourself to help you heal and grow, to how you feel a connection to this person when you're around them or not, telepathic communication, all types of things like that. So I went through the experiences of sharing my energy a lot, not understanding fully, but feeling it. Where like 1 minute, you feel high vibrational and like your energy is very up and high confirmation, and then let me check this just in case. Okay, and then for example, I'm gonna use an example. Okay, like while I was working on my healing and connecting to myself spiritually, internally, not really speaking on what I was going through to the person I was with or anyone around me at the time. Um, there were times that I would be vibrating really high and it felt so good, and I can just feel my energy was so high. And at that moment, noticed that their energy was completely thrown off. Like it would trigger them. Like they were literally saying, "Oh, I feel like right now." They would get triggered, and then I noticed that they would be used in that moment to do something to trigger me, because they would do something low vibrational in the heat of the moment, and it was triggering my emotions. So they were being used in that moment to trigger my emotions, and that would knock off my frequency because I was stuck on what this person was doing, how they were treating me, how they were acting, what was going on with them in that moment, and it would affect me emotionally. And by doing that, allowing it to trigger me, it was bringing my energy down. And there were many times that this was happened before, like I would do my readings or I would share a message and things like that, or just while I was out grounding myself and trying to enjoy myself and trying to see the positive in things and enjoy the beauty in things and appreciate my blessings. And this would happen many different times in other ways. It was always a same similar lesson, which was allowing it to trigger me emotionally, allowing their low vibrational activity and their actions and what they were doing trigger me emotionally, to where it brought my energy down, my frequency down, and it would keep me blocked and confused and frustrated. But I still pushed through. There were times where I felt like I wanted to just like really just ball up and just fight. I was literally fighting depression. I was literally fighting, getting out of my, like, not, I was fighting having the urge to just want to go to sleep and be in the dark, or to give up what I was doing, to not focus on what it is that I was being called to do, to not focus internally on myself, distracting me from myself. And I would push through those moments, hurting and pain and everything, and still go through it and still get through with the message and still, show up for myself and to do what it is that I needed to do, what it is I needed to do in helping others, what it is I needed to do within myself. even though it didn't make sense to me at the time. You know, I had a very hard time letting go. I've always had very hard time letting go of people that I love and really care about, even though I know that they hurt me and they do things to me. You know, setting those boundaries of like, okay, you know what, enough is enough. And it's not because I wasn't strong. It's not because I was a weak person, or, you know, like I didn't know that I was worth more, you know, that I didn't know that I deserved better. But I knew that the people that I love were like, I knew that they were lost, you know, I knew that they were making, you know, mistakes out of the flesh. And I saw past them on a deeper level, like through those, their actions, their habits, why they did things the way they did, trying to understand them, trying to communicate with them, trying to, you know, explain things to them, work with them, teach them, things like that. And there were lots of times where I would talk and I feel like they heard me, but really they didn't hear me. They didn't hear me. And I got that realization a lot of times where it was like being on a different frequency, a different level, not being heard because they can't hear you, because they're in another they're on another level, you know, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They're not there yet, and they have to go through that journey on their own. Like, you can plant the seeds, but you can't make them listen when you want them to. You know, you have to leave those things in God's hands and God's divine timing. I spent a lot of my time I spent a lot of my time giving my energy away, and people not acknowledging that it was my energy that they were in, and that I was showing up with love and showing up with, you know, with protection, and because I love them and because I shared myself with them, whether that be romantically or in any type of way, that I was offering love and protection and my energy to them. And they didn't see those things, they didn't understand it. Some people use it and they'll take advantage of it, because, you know, they can tell, like, okay, you know, I'm able to manifest, or I'm able to I feel good, or they feel like it's their energy, you know, and they're not doing the work, or they're not they're not even, you know, we're focused on their relationship with, you know, the divine, with God. And that's what people call energy vampires. But the thing is, these people, they either know or don't know. And I feel like in a lot of situations they don't even realize that they're being used to do that, to keep you stuck, to keep you in pain, to keep you in a cycle. And also, they're operating through their shadow and you're operating through yours, because of the fact that they are hurting you. So sometimes, you know, there were times that I reacted in love, and there were times that I reacted in my shadow. And I had to go within myself and heal those wounds and those traumas, and pay attention to the lessons and everything. Like, really, really observe myself, analyze myself, the situation, the person that I was dealing with. I learned how to love myself and to set boundaries and to put myself first. And it's not that I didn't want to. There were a lot of times that I wanted to, but there were a lot of times I fought because I love that person so much I didn't want to give up on them, you know, or what I really wanted. And sometimes you just gotta fall back and let God work, whether they're meant to be in your life or not. And this happens a lot with our twin flames and so many connections with the twin flame journey, because you trigger a lot of things within each other. There's a push pull connection, chasing and running, and somebody eventually has to stop it. There's a bird flying over right now. Couldn't tell what kind it was. Somebody eventually has to stop the cycle of the pushing and pulling and going in the circles, and not setting those boundaries, you know, and saying, you know what, I respect myself, I love myself, I choose myself, and whether, you know, this is meant to work or not, I'm letting it go in God's hands, and I'm letting everything be aligned for what I needed, for what is meant for me. You need to protect your energy. You need to protect your energy. You really need to protect your energy. Your energy is sacred. When we sleep with somebody, there's energy transfer, and that's happened to me many times. When I'm by myself, my energy is like so high and amazing, you know. focused on myself and my own energy and things like that. But when I um, share it with somebody that's doing low vibrational things and not doing the healing and stuck in their ego and things like that, it affects my energy because now I've taken all their stuff, what I like to call the junk, not to sound mean, but all their junk, all their spiritual junk or their, dark junk, and gave them my spiritual juju. I call it spiritual juices. But it's true. It's so true. And I've seen what it does. And it does matter because, you're having to break free from this matrix. You're having to do the healing work, raise your energy, raise your vibration, and align and attract things that are meant for you. And you can't do that if you allow the same cycles to continue over and over again. The other person needs to do their healing. It could be differences in perspectives, opinions, internal fears and thoughts and things like that they're still having to deal with, habits and things like that they're needing to let go of, operating out of fear and out of their ego. And there are a lot of lessons in dealing with that too, with your person, your partner, because you guys are a reflection of each other. So there are things that you're needing to pay attention to that may need healing. Like, for example, my reaction will come from my shadow, and it's like, damn, I have this habit or this to be impulsive, because of how I feel, because I'm hurting, and it's like a defense mechanism, reacting in the heat of the moment, doing something I shouldn't do. But you learn from it, and also, people react out of their shadow too when they're defending themselves. Like, there's a healthy balance between that. Confirmation, there's a healthy balance between using your shadow and your light, especially when it comes to defending yourself. But you don't have to do it in a way where you are sabotaging yourself or the connection. But for example, you get tired and you be like, okay, that's it. I'm putting my boundaries in place. I put my foot down. I'm not tolerating any more crap from you. I'm going to move on with my life and do what I want to do, just so that I can move forward. You know, there's nothing wrong with you deciding to choose yourself and say, you know what, I'm not taking your crap. I'm not an idiot. I'm not stupid. You got me effed up. You got me effed up. And that's it. It's your loss. It's your loss because you're choosing to play with me when I've been there trying over and over again. So yes, you know, there's a healthy balance between your light and your dark side. I feel I need to talk about unconditional love and forgiveness because, you know, we all have light and dark. We all make mistakes, and this is to help us learn and to grow together, and really to learn how to love each other and accept ourselves and each other, and not like shame each other or shame ourselves because of mistakes that we make, not making all the right choices. We learn from these experiences so that we can grow and evolve. Choosing yourself and your energy and putting up the boundaries you need to, and choosing yourself is going to help bring healing within yourself, bring up your energy, and also in your person, whether they are meant to be in your life in this lifetime or not, whether they choose the right path in this lifetime or not, is up to them. But you have to focus on what it is you're called to do and what it is you're here to do. I've spoke on the Matrix in my uh, most recent reading that I just posted. Check that reading out. This also has to do with raising up your energy and vibration and loving on yourself and doing it what it is you're here and you're called to do. This is how you break free. This is how you break free, break generational curses and chains, and so much more. Protect your energy, save your energy, don't give it out freely, because this is to help you create, to help you manifest, to help you align with everything that's meant for you and to bring in whatever's meant for you. That is powerful. That's powerful energy, and it's precious, it's sacred. Pay attention to how things shift for you when you protect yourself and love on yourself. Do those things that you've been passionate about, love wanting, been wanting to do, that you love to do, that make you feel you and make you feel free and make you feel peace, make you feel happiness, make you feel lifted. By being yourself and being authentically you, you are raising up the energy in the world. See, weird things happen. Pay attention to that. You hear all the noises? Pay attention to the synchronicities. Pay attention to how things shift when you are in high vibration. I spoke on this in my most recent reading about how when your energy is up, things start to tweak around you. It's because it's a glitch in the matrix. You're breaking free. Check it out, guys. Thank you guys so much and have a blessed day.